Hey, what's up everybody? This is Bradley Joseph of Operation Blue Fitness, and we are at Long Island University Brooklyn campus. And today we're going to discuss key exercises that are great for sprinters and jumpers. Now, when it comes down to these exercises, we're going to be focusing on the proper mechanics of a sprinter and also creating explosive power when it comes down to their exercises. Now, one thing that we're going to focus on are 6 major exercises. 2 of them are going to be core, 2 of them are going to be lower body, and 2 of them are going to be upper body. So just be on the lookout and watch our video.
All right, for this first exercise, we have what's called a glute bridge on a platform. The goal of this exercise is hip extension. Now, we're going to place our foot on the platform, toes pointed upwards. We're going to activate our core by breathing. Inhale, and then when we exhale, that's when we're going to lift. And we're going to lift off, squeezing the glutes, coming right back down. We're going to hold for 3 seconds, then come right back down. Now, this is a very important exercise when it comes to training sprinters and jumpers because you're really working on those extensors. You're working on the glutes, you're working on the hamstrings, and you're getting all of that to fire together so that way you can be more explosive, specifically off the blocks or when jumping. Now check this out, and I'm going to show you the regression and progression of this exercise. Now to regress the exercise, all we're going to do is just make sure that we don't do it on the platform, and we're going to just perform a regular glute bridge. Now to progress this exercise, we're going to do a one-legged glute bridge on the platform. So basically, instead of doing it with both legs, we're going to do it with one. Now this is going to put primary focus on the leg that you have on the platform. Now this next core exercise is called the pull-off press. The goal of this exercise is to focus on anti-rotation. Now you want to make sure you maintain the athletic position, keep pressure on the heels, activate the core for your breathing. When you breathe in, you keep draw it in. When you breathe out, you press out. Now this is a great exercise for track athletes so that way they don't sway when they're running. Now here is the progressions and regressions of this exercise. Now for this regression exercise, we're going to do the pull-off press kneeling on one leg. This will take away a little bit from the core so that way you're not working as hard, but it also makes sure that you can maintain an adequate balance. Now the progression of this exercise is going to be a staggered pull-off press. Now the staggered position is a little bit harder because now you're maintaining a little bit more balance. For this next exercise, we're going on to the lower leg portion. This exercise is what we call the Romanian deadlift. The goal of this exercise is to focus primarily on hip hinging. Now to start this exercise, you want to make sure you maintain the shoulder width apart position. Make sure that your spine is neutral. You're keeping pressure on the heels. You are activating the core by doing your breathing. You inhale and you exhale, and then you're coming straight down. You want to make sure that your back gets as low as possible, and afterwards come right back up into a standing position. This is great for track athletes in order to make sure they maintain that extension. For the regression of this exercise, we're going to do a one-legged kneeling hip hinge. It is the same function of if we're doing a Romanian deadlift, but we're focusing on one leg and we're also focusing on the hip hinge movement. The progression of this exercise is now going to be the Romanian deadlift with a resistance band. Now the resistance band applies a little bit more resistance when performing the exercise and also helps with core stabilization. Now for this specific exercise, we're going to focus a little bit more on exploding outwards when performing the extending portion. This next exercise is called the single leg squat touchdown. The goal of this exercise is to focus on knee flexion and extension. Now we're going to make sure that we keep the suspended leg in the air in triple flexion. Make sure we maintain a neutral spine. We're going to decelerate down until we get a little bit past the knee, then we're going to come right back up. This exercise is great for balance when it comes down to training a track athlete. To regress this exercise, we're going to do a one-leg sit down on the box. Now basically this takes away from having to go all the way down into a squat, so that way you can actually perform the movement a lot better. The progression of this exercise is a squat touchdown to reach. Now for this one, we're going to touch down a little bit farther past the knee, and we're going to reach all the way up, so that way we're focusing on different levers. For our upper body portion, we have tricep extensions. The goal here is to focus on elbow extension. Now we're going to make sure that we maintain the elbow flexion position, feet shoulder width apart, athletic position. We're going to lean forward a little bit, and then we're just going to extend at the arms and bring it back in. This is great for track athletes when it comes to moving their arms and trying to move a lot faster. The regression of this exercise will be a kneeling one leg tricep extension. The progression of this exercise will be a staggered one leg tricep extension. Now this will focus a little bit more on balance. The last exercise we're going to do is a resistance band shoulder press. Now the goal of this exercise is to focus on abduction and adduction at the shoulders. Now we're going to make sure that we maintain a neutral spine, make sure that we maintain an athletic position, and we're going to press out after breathing out and then come back in. This is a great exercise to focus on that explosive power. The regression of this exercise would be a kneeling one leg shoulder press. This will help when it comes down to balancing properly. The progression of this exercise would be a staggered standing shoulder press. Now this one is going to maintain a little bit more balance and coordination, so you want to make sure that you're keeping a neutral spine for this one.
Alright, thank you guys for watching our video. Hope you appreciate some of the information and knowledge that you learned today. Feel free to subscribe to us on Instagram at Operation Blue Fitness, and also thank you at Long Island University for allowing us to host our video here. Thank you very much, and have a great day.